Day number 13, we took one win, and it is not the win that you're seeing here. I actually did not take this trade because I just didn't execute on it. So initially going into New York session, I was bearish. So this was a 1 hour fair value gap that we went through after news. And I see this. Initially, I wanted to enter here. We got this break right here. Then we got the test of the order block, and then we push lower. But because this was still early New York session, I didn't want to get involved in the volatility that it brings. So next thing price pushes lower. I'm eyeing this setup right here on this candle. But again, I wasn't confident enough to execute on it, and I was waiting for some sort of pullback and then push lower, which we ended up not having. We then went straight to this line right here. We tested a 1 hour previous high. We inverted a fair value gap. This became a breaker, which didn't got tested, and we started respecting bullish order flow again. So I was eyeing this setup right here with the stop below the breaker and a TP on this high right here. But I didn't take it because I was thinking that we could still do something like this and then go lower again. We then started pushing higher and higher, and I see this. This on the 5 minute looks really, really good. Because this would have been not this one right here, but this all the way from here to here would have been a breaker, and I wanted to execute. However, we had moved too fast, and I wasn't confident on longing this with a stop just right here. And initially, my target would have been the tap of the fair value gap. So I didn't execute on that. Then I see we breaking structure, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? This might still be a valid trade. I can still long this to maybe the 15-minute order block that I had, which I ended up not doing because I didn't like how we had this week right here. And if I've put the stop loss below here, it would have not given me a favorable risk to reward. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, no worries. I'll wait for a retracement, and then I'll long again. So we ended up getting this push into the fair value gap. We ended up getting this retracement, and I was thinking, as soon as we start disrespecting bearish order flow, I'm going to execute on longs. So you see this order block right here formed. We can see that we push lower. Then we go higher. We react a little bit from it, and then we just engulf this, making this an order block and making this some sort of a breaker. So my execution initially was here, but as price was developing, I ended up getting executed, and as I was putting the order, I ended up getting executed on the order block, which, better risk to reward at least. And my stop loss was below here. Why? Because I'm thinking if we disrespected this bearish candle right here, we'll probably run for the 15-minute highs, order block highs, and we'll probably ignore this. And we ended up having that. We went for the highs. However, I'm still not fully satisfied because as this was running, I started to become a little bit nervous, and I wanted to take profits. I wanted to take profits here and leave the rest for a runner because I just wanted to guarantee some. But again, if you saw my previous videos, I'm trying to just stick with my profit target, and that's it, and take the full TP. Not trying to divide that because that hurts my risk to reward. Just the full TP, and that's it. Make the most out of the trade. But I was battling my mind as price was going up. I kept saying to myself, no, don't move the TP. And my other side was telling me, oh, but you can leave two and then leave a runner, and then this runner will compensate, and now you're safe, blah, 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 and just take profit. You're in drawdown, blah, blah, blah. And I kept saying, no, I'm going to stick with the plan. If the plan seemed good before, I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to trade it like I had it planned. So Soon as we get this move and this tap here, I moved my stop loss to entry. I didn't want to risk, so I didn't want to risk too much. And this is when I started having those thoughts. Oh, it could go to your entry. Oh, it could go to your entry and then move higher. Just take some profits here, and if it goes higher, you'll just leave some runners and you'll be fine. And I'm content by not doing that, but still, I need to completely eliminate these thoughts out of my head when I'm trading. So we ended up having this candle right here, this push higher. And soon as we have this push higher, I'm thinking I don't want to see price go below this candle. So again, I move my stops to around this area and I let the trade hit the TP. So overall, account is back at break even, but I'm still not satisfied how I felt. Well, on the other hand, I didn't act on it, but on the other hand, it made the process a whole more and a lot more painful. So I need to sort of identify, because whenever trade is in profit, it just feels like it's going to reverse, and I just need to try and suppress that feeling or know how to manage that feeling. So that's it for day 14. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on day 15.